And we are back on PARANORMASIGHT. The plot thickens further. How much further can plot thicken? I don't know. Let's see. Let's go for it. Alright, so we finished this part. So for those who are uninitiated, who haven't been tuning in, she's a housewife and a detective. Very much like the last game, Susumi. She is from Paranormal Affairs, and she's investigating a weird death that happened where the body kind of turned into a mermaid, and then a lot of stuff just going on here. Sato here is a schoolgirl. We don't know much about her yet, other than yeah, we actually don't know much about her yet. And then Yuza, he's a diver, and he's the one who kind of made a weird discovery underwater, and we're trying to figure out what the hell did he discover there. In the meantime, we also learned a lot about who his mother was, who apparently is like a mermaid or something. So yeah, right now we're digging into more because we've reached the point where Yuza's trying to understand, oh, who am I? Who's my mom? I gotta dive more to find out more, stuff like that. So that, with that being said, let's just jump into it. Yeah. Diving minigame. Yeah, so, actually, yeah, I don't know why it just jumped me into diving here. I didn't think it would. Hold on, let me just get chat set up real quick here. Sorry. I forgot to do that. I was way too excited to just start streaming. There we go. Okay. Do we need to dive? So let me just double check here. Underwater. Oh, this is not. Okay, no, we can just do this. Okay. Duh. Tsukasa. Hey, Azami, Yuza, over here. Good timing. I just got back too. Well, Tsukasa, how'd it go? Not too shabby if I say so myself. Check this out. 2 whole scallops. Seriously, Tsukasa? You don't get bragging rights for picking up 2 measly scallops. Sure I do. That was hard work. You should be praising me. Say, Yuza, how many scallops did you get on your first dive again? 4, I think. Huh. Not bad at all. You must have a talent for this, Yuza. I wouldn't go that far. I bet Azami just picked a good spot. Hey, you're the one who snagged them. Don't sell yourself short, man. Listen to you two buttering each other up. It's obvious from a mile off that you two make a great team. If you ask me, all that matters is that everyone made it back safe and sound. True. You always know the best thing to say, Sato. But for the record, I would have preferred a bigger haul of scallops. Then we could have had a feast. Guess I should have seen that coming. So, what's the plan for today? Remember, Tsukasa, it's up to you. Right. We promise we do whatever you want it today. You name it, we'll make it happen. Now that's more like it. Let's see. First of all, I want us all to go for a swim in the sea. Ooh, sounds great. Can't even remember the last time we did something like that, just for fun. Right? I want us to forget work and just enjoy the sparkling sea for a change. I even bought a new swimsuit for this. You've got one picked out too, right, Sato? Sure do. Then after that, when it gets dark, let's set off some fireworks. Ooh, fireworks. And then let's have a barbecue on the beach and cook everything up we caught today. Sounds like a plan. Just leave it to us. Everyone ready? Let's do this. Wow, sounds like a good time. There's a shark! And it's coming this way! Better watch out. Oh, sorry. Better watch out, Azami! I'm still remembering this. Oh, that was a close one, Azami. What the heck? I'm a good swimmer, but there's no way I'm good enough to outswim a shark. It's okay. I'll keep it pinned down. Just get out of here while you can. That's a fake shark. Got him. And here, take this fin. As something to remember me by. Keep it with you always. I gotta remember you. Sorry, Yuza. I don't really dig shark fins that much. Ugh, my heart.
Look at the sea. It's like there are diamonds floating on the surface.
It really sparkles, huh? Sure is pretty.
Oh, that shark's pretty cool. I should have picked a shark instead of a life buoy. But he's having such a blast. I can't bring myself to ask for a ride on him.
Oh, memories. One grilled squid coming right up. Don't throw it, it's piping hot. You're getting squid juice everywhere. Let's see how you like it. Catch that. Ow! Ow, ow, ow! That's hot!
You did that to yourself.
Hey, check out this huge sea snail cod. It's massive.
That's right. I may still be a rookie when it comes to scallops, but I got a haul of sea snails to make up for it. So eat up, Azami. Have as many as you want. Hey, can I borrow that lighter?
Sure. Want some squid too?
Oh, so I can just grill it directly?
Yeah, that's Kamishima specialty. Fireworks style squid. Wait, you're actually doing it? Ah! The juice is going everywhere. It burns!
Whoops. Sorry, my hand slipped.
There it is. The famous Yuzo one-man show. That's it? Huh? Wait, what? Do we need to dive more? Is that what's going on here? Oh, wait, there's still more here. Oh, okay. Oh. Wait a minute. Yeah. Right, let's leave it at that. Oh, wait, no. Let's just skip this. We've already read through this. Okay. Okay, now this is different. Okay. Kamishima Port. Yeah, I don't remember this. Hey, Yuza, I took your catch to the market while you were changing. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. If you keep this up, you should be able to make a healthy profit, even with the price of gas. That's great. I'll have to keep at it then. Who's Chie again? I totally forgot.
There you are, Azami. Don't tell me you went out fishing today.
Oh, okay, someone new. Okay. Oh, Chie, how's your back doing?
Oof, not going to get any better lounging around at home, that's for sure. More importantly, no one's meant to be taking their boats out right now because of the storm that's on the way. Don't you tell me you didn't hear?
Ah, yeah. But it was more of a warning than a rule. The weather looked fine, so I figured it was okay.
You should know better than that, Azami. You young'uns never listen, do you?
Chiyotoyama, veteran Amadagger.
And going out with the Monakchi boy of all people.
Actually, Azami only took out his boat because I asked him to help out with my work. Well, if I gotta hold up here. Sorry, give me a moment. Alright, anyways, shall we continue? I think we shall. Okay.
Wait a dang second. Don't tell me you went out to dive.
I did, but why do you ask? Am I not allowed to be a Nama diver?
Absolutely not. I won't allow it.
What? Why? Used as a member of the association, same as everyone else. As long as he follows the rules, it should be fine, right? Sure, it's rare for guys to become Ama divers, but it's not like it's forbidden or anything. Oh, now I just remembered, like, exactly what an Ama diver is. Huh. Go figure.
That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm saying he shouldn't be allowed in the sea. It's obscene, is what it is. Everyone agreed to put up with him being on the island for Suyu's sake. But now he gets it in his head to go diving, of all things. Have you no sense, boy?
Damn, why is this kid so ostracized? What happened?
Seems like I'll have to have a few words with Suyu. You not knowing your place is gonna cause everyone trouble. Listen up, Minakichi boy. You better keep your head down and stay put on dry land where you belong. No more diving, you hear?
Hey now, you don't think that's going a bit far? There's no need to lean into Yuza like that.
Azami.
What?
You really don't think anything of all this? After what his mother did?
Nope, not at all. Yuza hasn't done anything wrong. He was a victim of the disaster too. Maybe more than anyone else.
Recently, there's been a strange rumbling coming from the sea. The same rumbling as 5 years ago. Everyone's scared of what might be coming. They're bracing themselves for another big disaster.
Oh, is that what you meant by the storm? The weather forecast said things are going to stay calm for a bit, though.
To hell with the weather forecast. It didn't save us 5 years ago. Anyhow, you see why we've got to stay in the God of the Sea's good graces. No doing anything to upset them. Got it?
Don't let it get you down, Yuza. She isn't a bad person at heart. But the old folks here are all pretty firm in their beliefs, I guess. Yeah, that's only natural. I was kind of expecting it, to be honest. What's up, Lewis? Yeah, you missed Azami here. Azami's a real bro. He is the most bro to have ever broed in the world of bros. He's a bro that, like, any other bro should have. He's a good guy. Very non-judgmental and helpful and reliable. Still, I didn't think she'd get that mad. I guess they have a bigger chip on their shoulders about all this than I thought. It seems like they really think your mom was to blame for the disaster. Robert Broccini Borchacho. Exactly. Exactly, Lewis. By the way, are you aware of the plot so far? I'm not. There's a lot going on. So, let's just take this one at a time. Right now, my protagonist is Yuza here. He's an Ama diver, which is like a Japanese kind of diver. Typically, women only do this, but his is a special case because he's really good. And then he found like this weird treasure, and while he was diving, he saw a ghost of himself dead, reaching out to him. And he's all like, oh, what the fuck? Right? And then all of a sudden, later on, a mermaid's corpse washes up. But it's not actually a mermaid. It's a human that was like turned into half fish. And then more mysteries like start unraveling. Like apparently his mother was an actual mermaid. And mermaids have this power to curse people to turn them into half fishes. Again, a lot going on, but we're taking this one step at a time. But that's the best crash course I can give you right now. It's crazy. Yeah. I guess wanting to get to the bottom of things there was one of my reasons for becoming an Ama diver. Yeah, everyone's been avoiding the topic until now, but that can't go on forever. Who's Kikuko? We're getting new characters already.
Hey, you two!
Hmm? Oh, it's Kikuko. Oh, it's Kikuko.
Yeah, you two over there. Could I get some help with these boxes here? I need to get them to the warehouse.
Kikuko Tsusui, local armor diver, with a burn scar.
Phew, thanks. I knew I could rely on you young'uns to help us out.
Young'uns? You're young'un too, Kikuko.
Oh, how kind. Pretty sure you're the only ones who'd say that, though. I was told out of nowhere to make sure anything valuable was stowed away just in case a storm hits. Oh, what a pain.
So you're getting ready for the storm too?
Yep. Pretty silly when the weather's this good, huh? It's not like I can say no, though. Ah, speaking of pains, I overheard Chia giving you an earful just now. Are you seriously planning on becoming an Alma diver, Yuza?
Well, that was the plan, but it's looking like I might be forced into retirement before I even begin.
Why now? Didn't you come back here to look after Suyu?
Yes, but I still have to work, and I've always been interested in armor diving. Gren was also pretty down about no longer being able to dive, so I thought it might cheer her up a bit.
Ah, so you want to follow in Suyu's footsteps? Still, you must have noticed that everyone was on edge just at the thought of you coming back here. If they hear you went diving, there will likely be a bit of an uproar.
Are they really that set against Yuza going to the sea? I've never heard anyone say anything like that.
Well, I don't say what you can hear it. Everyone loves you here, and they know you're close with Yuza. They probably feel they can't be that tough on him with you around.
What was that?
Oh, never mind. Forget I said anything. I can't deny there's been this creepy rumbling coming from the sea recently, though. It's no wonder everyone's unnerved. If some sort of disaster does end up happening again and Yuza gets caught doing something he wasn't meant to, that'll probably be it for him.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. Do people seriously believe Yuza's mom caused that storm? Everyone suffered because of it, including Yuza's family. It's so stupid.
Hey, I honestly think it's stupid too. But the truth is there are a bunch of people who believe it. So making a fuss about it isn't going to get you anywhere, right? Besides, even if the storm doesn't come in the end, a different kind of storm may already be brewing.
A different kind of storm?
Well, you shouldn't have any trouble. You keep your head down. Just be good and do what you're told and no one will get you in case, yeah?
Give me a break. Why's he gotta keep his head down here? He was born and raised on Kamishima just like everyone else.
Hey, getting mad at me won't change anything. Bet you're the one saying it.
Hold up. One moment. Okay.
If this upsets you that much, why don't you leave? Leaving a place like this behind might be for the best, don't you think?
Maybe. But I can't just ask my gran to move somewhere else at her age.
And you'll just have to put up with it. If you want to blame anyone, blame your mom.
Did his mom even do anything 5 years ago? No one wants to tell us anything.
No idea. I only came back here after the disaster, so I don't know what happened at that time. Mr. Wakamura always seems like he knows more than he lets on, though. Now that I think about it, why don't you just ask Suyu what she knows?
Suyu? I've already asked Gran about it countless times. She says she doesn't know anything.
And you don't think that's a bit suspicious? If anyone knows something, it'd be her, right?
You might be right. She is pretty hard to read. I wouldn't be able to tell if she was hiding something anyway.
Anyway, I too feel bad for you, but you've just got to grin and bear it. For everyone's sake, eh? Thanks for the help, you two. Try to stay out of trouble, okay?
Girl really seemed like she didn't know anything, huh? The folks are way more on edge than I thought. Yeah, I've gotten the sense I'm not exactly welcome here ever since I came back. But I didn't think trying to make a living here would lead to that much backlash. I didn't realize everyone disliked my mom quite that much, but that they were so suspicious of her. Seems like the timing wasn't great either. Everyone's wound out about these ill omens that are happening right now. Still, I'm sure now that my mom must have had some sort of secret, and I'm almost certain it had to do with what we're looking into. If everyone hears that I went diving today, it might prompt people to start talking about what happened 5 years ago. True. If there's any time to ask about your mom, it's now. I think we should see what that old man Wakamura and Suyu have to say about all this, though. Yeah, assuming Gran agrees to talk about it anyway. Finally! More plot! Oh shit, wait, whoa, hold on, what? Okay, never mind.
Oh, you younguns. Welcome back, Yuza. Oh, and Azami's here too.
Thanks for having me.
You two went out diving today, didn't you? How'd it go? You got a decent haul?
Gran, about that. I was all set to enjoy the next stage of my life as an ama diver, but I found myself on forced leave the very day of my grand debut.
Goodness, did something happen? Oh my, Cheer and the others said all that? If I were you, I wouldn't pay them any mind. You're not breaking any rules, are you?
You're sure it's okay? Hi, Akbad.
No point fretting over pointless details is what I always say.
See you, Minakuchi. She seems like a chill grandma.
I must have underestimated just how deep tensions ran. I never imagined they'd still be that hostile towards her. I thought things would have calmed down by now for sure. I'm sorry, Yuza.
It's okay, Gran. Not being allowed to dive isn't the end of the world or anything. But are you sure there isn't a reason no one wants to talk about Mom?
Well, no reason I can think of.
I'd like to get to the bottom of things there if possible. It's going to affect my life here if I don't, and I'd like to clear Mom's name too. If you don't mind me saying, it does seem pretty weird that people will be this upset just by Yuza coming back to Kamishima. You sure there's not some particular reason they don't like the thought of him going out diving?
Well, no reason I can think of.
The exact same answer as before. She's determined to pretend she doesn't know. Gran, I know you've always been reluctant to talk about Mom, but I'm not a child anymore. Isn't it about time you told me the truth? You really can't think of any reason why everyone had such a problem with Mom.
Well, alright, I'll be honest with you. Mare wasn't actually human.
She was actually a mermaid?
For real? What?
We are half mermaid, chat.
Huh? You mean we were right?
Are you for real?
Wait. Don't tell me you believed that. Can't you boys take a joke? I was obviously kidding. Did all that seawater pickle your common sense?
Wait, you were joking?
Of course I was. I thought I'd mess around a bit and see if I could get a rise out of you, but you sure turned the tables on me. Turning a prank around on me like that. I have nothing more to teach you, young user.
Oh, and here I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. It's no good. She's set on giving us the slip. We're not going to get anything more out of her like this. Maybe she'd be more willing to talk if we had more information.
Alright, well.
Oh! The dive went perfectly. You may know me only as your grandson Yuza, but in truth, I'm a living legend. Kamishima's patron saint of diving.
Well, now, that does sound impressive. Though I think living legend is a bit much. I'd rate you as a legend in training at best.
You could tell all that just with a simple glance.
I know a greenhorn when I see one. Come back when you've spent a bit more time in the sea, eh?
But I've been forbidden from diving for now, so it seems my life as an alma diver will have to wait.
No need to fret. I'm sure that'll sort itself out in no time.
I don't know about that. Your grandma's the same as ever, eh?
I'm glad you followed my footsteps. Good thing I kept her outfit, huh?
Yeah, but I don't know how I feel about being able to fit in my mom's clothes at this age.
You never did get any taller after middle school, did you?
Damn, has my constant diet of fresh seafood meant nothing? It's nothing you need to worry about, Yuza. Doesn't make you any less charming. Do you have any diving advice for me, Gran?
Advice, eh? Let me see. If you're looking to get a higher score in a single dive, you should focus on gathering everything you can, even the small fry. Getting 10 or 15 will earn you a bonus to your final score. If you manage to nab a big catch, switching your focus to bringing in as many small catches as possible should net you a good result.
I see. That'll be a great help. Well, keeping that in mind, you wouldn't happen to have any other diving tips for me, would you?
Well, now, boneless brass, aren't we? But I'm glad you're keen to learn. Let me see. Sometimes you come across areas when diving that are simply brimming with sea creatures. I call them bountiful zones.
Bountiful zones, huh? I'd love to see one.
On the other hand, areas with lots of starfish are usually picked clean, with no sea creatures to speak of. I call those places barren zones.
So the more starfish there are, the less sea creatures there'll be. Got it.
A whopper of a catch could still be in hiding in a barren zone, of course. Always keep an eye on your surroundings.
Well, that's good to know. Sorry I had to leave early today to go diving, Gran. Was everything okay? How are you feeling?
Well, I didn't have much pep in my step today, but it's fine because Sato came over this morning. She really is a saint, always helping me out with cooking and cleaning like that.
Again? Gran, I know you're fond of her, but you shouldn't rely on her too much.
I didn't know Sato was coming over to help out here.
Yeah, she and Gran became... Oh wait, who just said that? I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names. Yeah, she and Gran became friends recently, and before I knew it, she was coming over every so often.
Sato's such...
Oh, it was Azami. Duh.
Such a nice young lady. She even chats with me about all the latest TV drama developments. She's a bit naive in some ways, but she's a quick learner. Remembers everything I tell her almost instantly.
Huh. Had no idea.
I said she could relax here a while, but she left early today.
I'm glad you're having fun, but make sure to thank her properly sometime, alright?
Of course, of course.
I'm always happy to help, you know. There's no need to depend on others so much.
I know, but if someone has to help me get things done, I'd rather it was a lovely young girl, you know? Besides, she does a much better job at cooking and cleaning than you do, Yuza.
See? I do my best to get a good grandson, and this is the things I get. We're going out again for a bit, Gran.
Got it. You two take care, okay?
Alright, let's go to Wakamura. Holy absolute unit. Look at that guy. He looks like a thumb.
You two again? What are you doing here?
Ugh, she is here too.
We're chatting about something important right now. Scram!
Guess we've got no choice but to come back later, huh? Okay. Hold up, I'll be right back. I need to take a piss. Drank too much water. Oh my god. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, let's try the totem, the shrine. See if anyone pops up. Oh, it's just those two. Huh?
Ah!
Tsukasa, Sato, what's going on?
Well, I'm sorry, I can't explain right now. Skasa, come on, we're drawing too much attention here. Ah!
She probably got rejected. I don't know. Hey! What's that all about? Something was definitely up with them. Yeah, they practically ran off when they saw us. Tsukasa was crying. What the hell could have happened? I'm worried too, but Sato said she can't explain right now. I'm sure that means they'll tell us what's up later. True, we shouldn't grill them if they are not ready to talk about it. Still, something tells me we should just pretend we didn't see them. Yeah. Well, ain't that weird? That was awfully weird. Well, if it isn't Shotaro. Hey there, you two. Just the men I wanted to see. You wouldn't happen to have seen Sato around, would you? Sato? No, haven't seen her today. She was supposed to meet with me earlier, but she never showed. She didn't show? Did something happen? Oh, I'm sure it was just because of my old man's ridiculous request earlier. Honestly, I don't know what he was thinking. Still, he has really been acting off lately. Can't believe he'd say something like that. Is something wrong? Oh, pardon me, it's nothing for you two to worry about. By the way, Yuza, I hear you've become an Ama diver. Yes, but I was told to stop, so I'm currently on extended, if not permanent, leave. Oh, don't let it get to you. I, for one, think you should go for it. I imagine everyone's been using your mother as an excuse, saying she brought bad luck to the island or some such. Wow, that's exactly it! Do you know why everyone keeps saying Yuza's mom was a bad omen, Shotaro? Yes. What was it again? Something about her being the Raging Waves curse bearer? The what? Raging Waves? The Raging Waves curse bearer. Raging Waves is, well, exactly what you think it means, and the curse bearer has the power to call forth the calamity of the sea. My old man was going on about it earlier, but it's probably just superstitious nonsense. Don't pay it any mind. But I really should get going. Let me know if you see Sato, okay? See you later! I'm pretty curious about what Shotaro said. Sounds like old man Wakamura might have something to do with why Tsukasa and Sato were acting off earlier. And then there's what he said about your mom. Yeah, the Raging Waves curse bearer, huh? Did people really see my mom that way? Maybe we should ask Mr. Wakamura what he knows. It's worth a shot at least. Anyway, let's keep moving. Old man Wakamura, you mind if we ask you something real quick? It's just one thing after another today. What now? Zami and the Minakachi boy. I heard from Chia you two went out into the bay to do some diving earlier. Well, I've got a bone to pick with you, and there's no time like the present. Okay. So, boy, you serious about wanting to become an Ama diver? Huh? I thought at first you'd come here to get my permission to dive. But now I hear you've been running around looking into Mari Minakachi. What's the meaning of this? No, it's not like that. I really do just want to become an Ama diver. Bah, a likely story. I'll bet you're looking to clear your ma's name just to get everyone off your back. Am I wrong? Anyway, my point is, no more sticking your nose where it don't belong. Got it? And most of all, no becoming an Ama diver. Yeah, seems like a nice guy. So, if I give up on becoming an Ama diver and fall in line, will you tell me about my mom? All the sniffing around you're doing ain't falling in line, that's for sure. Sarge, you should be asking Suyu about all this business, not me. She's gotta know more than I do. Oh? So Suyu really does know more than she's letting on. Gran says she doesn't know anything about my mom, though. So she even said that to you. What do you mean? Well, I don't know that much myself. Suyu's always been tight-lipped about Mari Minakachi. Where she came from, what a deal was. So you've been saying Yuza's mom was to blame for that massive storm even though you don't know for sure? Suyu ain't said nothing to deny it. Speaks for herself, don't it? If you don't like what you're hearing, you should go ask Suyu about it yourselves. Mr. Wakamura, What is the Raging Waves curse bearer?
What? Where did you hear about that? It's gotta be Shotaro. Boy could never keep his mouth shut.
We heard it's some sort of curse that whips the waves into a frenzy. Does something like that really exist?
It does. The Southern Sea disaster 5 years ago was caused by the very same curse.
The curse of the Raging Waves?
And your mother, Mari Minakachi, was the one who brought it down on us. The storm was no natural disaster. It was entirely preventable. If we'd only stopped it from going to the bay that day, Kamishima wouldn't have had to suffer such a tragedy.
What? My mom would never have done something like that.
Just because you don't remember don't mean she wasn't up to something out there. As to whether it was intentional or not, who can say? But it don't make a difference either way.
I don't get how you can say Miss Mari was a curse bearer or whatever if you didn't know anything about her. Don't you have any proof?
Proof? I've got the words of a trustworthy sorcerer backing me up. That's all the proof I need.
A sorcerer? You're basing all this on some woo-woo wizard said? Give me a break.
You can believe what you like. Don't change the fact that curses and spirits are as real as anything else. Bah! I don't have time to butt heads with you two. But I know what I'm saying is the honest truth.
These villagers are fucking stupid. Looks like there's no point in trying to change his mind. Old man's as stubborn as a mule. So you really think there's a storm coming, and that storm is caused by a curse?
Of course I do. Some fellows who said they were with the police dropped by to warn me about it yesterday, in fact.
The police? Why would the police be warning you about a curse?
Now, I reckon they were just phonies trying to take advantage of the curse for their own benefit. But even you two must have noticed that rumbling coming from the sea over the last few days, right? That's proof the curse of the Raging Waves is getting stronger.
So that's why you've been telling everyone to stop taking their boats out and prepare for a storm.
Sure is. Naturally, I can't just come out and say it's cause of a curse.
What?
There's no telling when or where they'll rear its head. It's too dangerous to go on the water in these circumstances.
Even so, we'll have to take our boats out again eventually. We can't keep off the sea forever.
You're damn tootin'. Which is why I gotta find a way to stop the curse as soon as possible.
Right, I should remember to do a southern accent, not try to do a Cajun or New Orleans accent. Hold up. Okay. Why would a curse be affecting the sea around here, though?
Seems like you two still don't believe me. Fine. Let's see if this'll change your minds. A long time back, there used to be another island to the south of here. Taishima it was called.
Taishima? This is the first I've heard of it.
They say it was devastated by an earthquake and tsunami nearly 400 years ago. But the truth of the matter is that raiders overran the island and slaughtered every last one of the people who lived there. The murdered islanders' resentments gave rise to the curse of the Raging Waves. And the resultant storm and tsunami sank the island to the bottom of the sea, raiders and all.
Is that true?
That curse is still rolling out in the seas near here to this very day. Just one little push and that storm could come barreling down on Kamishima next.
A push?
Something that would awaken the islanders' anger again. Such as someone with ties to those raiders, say a descendant of theirs,
Draw near to where Taishima was. A descendant? Wait, you're saying my mom was a descendant of the raiders who attacked Taishima? Sure am. And as her son, you share her blood. But how could that? Only natural everyone would see you as a bad omen, no? I really didn't want you back on the island, you know. You should be grateful I didn't have you shipped back to the mainland on the next ferry. You're telling me that's how everyone's seen Yuza and his folks all this time? It's fine, Azami. Let's hear the rest of what he has to say. Man. Are you saying the reason the curse of the raging waves reawakened is because I came back to Kamishima? Yeah. There were signs given before you even came back. So the direct cause was probably something else. That still don't change the fact you're a bad omen, though. How are you planning to stop the curse? That ain't none of your concern. You just sit tight at home and stay out of my way. And I don't want to hear any more about you going out to sea. Are we clear? And that's all I'm gonna say on the matter. Should be clear now just how much of a danger you are to the island. Now get yourselves home and stay put. Seems like that's all we're gonna get out of him. But maybe we could ask Suyu about what we just heard. She might be able to tell us more.
Oh, was there something else you needed, Yuza?
By the way, Gran, we just went to talk to Mr. Wakamura, and there's something we wanted to ask you about.
What was that? My hearing's been a bit off recently, you see.
Please don't say that. A lot of Ama divers have ear problems, so it's not really a laughing matter.
Someone has no sense of humor.
So, did you know that everyone thought Mom was the Raging Waves curse bearer?
Wow, I'm impressed you managed to say that without stuttering.
So you have heard of it before?
Oh, drat. Me and my big mouth.
He said Mom was descended from the ones who first called forth the curse, or something like that. And that's why everyone is so concerned with what I get up to. Is it true, though?
Well, if you know that much, I suppose I can tell you the truth. If I just rest up a bit, I'll be up and around again in no time. I want the two of you to come to the Southern Bay later, once the sun's gone down.
Right. Thanks, Gran. You can't tell us about it now? I think it'd be easier to show you what I mean. Okay, we'll be at the bay at sundown. But if you're not feeling up to it, don't push yourself, okay?
No need to rush now. I'll tell you everything later. You'll want to prepare yourself for this one.
Okay. We're going out again for a bit, Gran.
Got it. You two take care, okay?
We haven't been here, right? Seems like there's a bit of commotion over there. Maybe you know something about the rumors. Want me to go ask? That'd be great, thanks. Hey, what's up? Did something happen?
Oh, if it isn't, it's on me. I don't know if you've heard, but
15 minutes? Welcome back. Man, once they get started, they never stop talking. Anyway, nothing about your mom, I'm afraid, but they did have some interesting things to say. Interesting things? Do you want the normal news first, or the worrying news?
Let's be a little spicy today, shall we? The worrying news.
Let's hear the worrying news. Okay then. There are reports that 2 divers have gone missing. Apparently both cases were around Ichiga town on the mainland. Oh. Were they diving accidents or something? I guess so. It seems it's still under my investigation though. The sea hasn't been that rough lately. But I guess it is a dangerous job, so you never know what might happen. Still, 2 divers going missing one after another is pretty unusual. So it does make you wonder. It wasn't that long ago there was all that talk about human bones being found in the sea near Toba, you know?
I remember that, yeah. Isn't that also near Ichiga?
Maybe this is why Chia was going on about bad omens. Yeah, it's definitely worrying news. How about the normal news? So we've got a bunch of tourists visiting right now as usual. But what's really got people talking is that there are 2 foreigners among them today.
Oh, really?
I hear the Issa Grand Shrine sees a lot of foreign visitors, but it's unusual for them to come to the outlying islands like this. What's more, it seems they've been going around asking a bunch of questions.
Hold on. Water.
Uno momento. Okay. And get this. Apparently they said they've come here to looking for mermaids.
Mermaids?
Curious, right? Yeah, right when we were looking into them too. And that's not all. For some reason they were asking about your mom, Mari Minakachi, too.
What? But why would foreign visitors be asking about my mom? That's not normal news at all. What?
Seems like people think they're pretty shady. I was told not to go near them and everything. No, I definitely want to hear what they have to say. I wonder where they are now. What if my eye itches? Oh, God. Wait, hold up. I got something in my eye. Ah, it's poking me. Probably my hair. They're probably still on Kamishima at least. Though the question is where. Well, I guess if we see 2 Westerners around, we'll know where they are, or who they are, huh? Apparently, they're an older man and a young girl. Yeah, I'm sure we'll know them when we see them. I hope we manage to find them. Okay, looks like that's all the info we're going to get around here. Let's try going somewhere else. God damn it. Are the Gaijins here? Oh no, it's just her. Oh, looks like Kikugo's back. Kikugo. La la. Wanna try talking to her again? Yeah, let's give it a shot.
What now? I've had my fill of shitty rumors for the day, okay? If you want to talk, let's talk about something fun instead.
Something fun. Got any ideas, Yuza?
How about this?
Oh! Boxes. Yes. About those boxes we helped you with just now. Was that the delivery everyone was expecting?
Yep, the latest Kamishima merch, hot off the presses.
I thought so. What do we have this time?
You want to know?
I'll bet Azami's keen to find out. He's always wearing that t-shirt. Sure am. Gotta show the world how much I love Kamishima.
Tourists seem to love that shirt too. You wearing it all the time should make for great advertising. Anyway, the latest addition to our souvenir lineup is this!
What is that? A hand mirror?
Bingo! A specially made hand mirror with a Kamishimaru design on the back. So, what do you think?
It looks great. Why did you go with another hand mirror, though?
Well, mirrors are a pretty prominent symbol of protection for sailors. It comes from the hope that the sea will be as smooth as glass, I guess. There are even regions where mirrors are used as offerings to the sea god.
Oh, that's cool. With all these people living on the island surrounded by the sea, I can see why mirrors are seen as symbols of good fortune here.
They're small enough to fit in your pocket, too. It's both cute and practical.
Wow, you really thought of everything, huh?
I've actually been handing these out to alma divers around the island since yesterday. I told them it was a charm and that they should hang on to it for good luck.
Oh, so everyone has one. That's kind of nice. Another way to bring us all together. You're an alma diver too now, right? Yuza, why don't you take one?
Oh, right, I don't know if it was okay to count you as a diver given what happened earlier. Like it really matters. We've got plenty, so you should take one too.
Thanks. Sorry for the trouble.
It's no big deal. I don't want you to feel left out or anything.
I guess she does mean well.
I guess that means Azami's getting one as well. Here you go.
Wow, really? I'm always down for more Kamishimaru merch.
Sure thing. Keep it safe and sound in your pocket. And maybe it'll keep you safe too.
Oh, I just realized. Kamishima. Turtle Island. Oh my god, how did I not make that connection? Kamishima. By the way, have you seen the 2 foreign tourists that we're supposed to be visiting today?
Wait a sec. Foreign tourists? Here? Today? No way! What did they look like? Did they have blonde hair? Were they cool?
I'm not sure. We don't know that much about it. I guess that means you haven't seen them either, though. Yeah, I guess they didn't come this way.
Hey, now! You two better not be thinking of following them around to Gop. You don't want them to think we're all unsophisticated louts out here, do you?
Weren't you just asking whether they were cool or not?
I don't know what you're talking about. But if you see them, you come and tell me, right?
Okay, we will. Have you ever heard of the Curse of the Raging Waves?
Nope, never heard of it. What is it?
Well, we went to talk to Mr. Wakamura just now.
Wait, so you mean the disaster 5 years ago was caused by some curse? And that same curse is going to cause the same thing to happen again?
So it seems.
The hell's he on about? Try to pass things off as some occult tripe. Don't tell me you two believe that rubbish.
Well, it did seem pretty believable.
Oh, please. He's obviously feeding you a load of nonsense. I don't know if you two are aware, but there are rumors the old man's been reeling into this shady sorcerer recently.
Sorcerer?
Yeah, some sort of miracle worker over in Tokyo or something. Apparently he'll do anything they say. That's probably why he's going on about curses and stuff.
Shotaro did say he's been behaving oddly recently.
Even Shotaro thinks so? Then that's gotta be it.
So, it's just a hoax. Have you heard about the 2 alma divers from the mainland who went missing?
Of course I have. They've evidently disappeared one right after the other.
I guess it's a reminder of just how dangerous the sea can be. Hearing news like this is always pretty sobering. Do you think they were just accidents? Well, some of the other divers think it's a sign that something bad's gonna happen. But you should probably keep quiet about this, Yuza. If you start bringing it up, people will get suspicious. That's probably true, yeah. Personally, though, I think they were probably just unfortunate accidents. Were you the one who came up with the idea for Kamishimaru, Kikuko?
Nope, I can't take credit for that one.
Oh, right. I forgot you didn't know Yuza.
Know what? At one point, the local youth organization was trying to come up with souvenir ideas for tourists. Sakasa stepped up and suggested creating a mascot character for Kamishima. She even drew the design for it. Mascot characters are all the rage nowadays, you know? They're even mascots for the World Expo and the Japan Games.
Oh, I see. So Sakasa drew this.
I only heard about it after the fact, too. I didn't know she was so good at drawing.
It's not just a cute little turtle. The unique look on its face makes a big impression.
Yeah, the old guys here didn't seem too sure about it at first, though. But thanks to Azami's fervent endorsement, it ended up making the cut.
I just didn't want Sakasa's design to go to waste, you know? She put a lot of effort into it.
I think it's a great mascot, too, for what it's worth.
How interesting. I'm glad I asked. Water break.
If you manage to get a high score of 2,000 points in one diving session, I'll give you a special prize.
Whoa, isn't that great, Yuza? What was your high score today again? Let's see. I think it was 202 points.
I'm afraid you weren't quite up to snuff. Too bad.
Ugh, I've been brought shame.
I've brought shame to my name as the patron saint of diving.
All right, let's do a little. Let's take a little break after this. See ya. It was nice seeing you. All right, now let's go back to Grandma. I think. Never mind. Maybe we'll run into Sato. Or no, it's just her. She.
You two again? Still wandering around poking your noses into business you shouldn't be? How about you stop messing around and just give up already? Nothing you do is gonna make me change my mind. I'm saying this for your sake as much as anyone else's, Nakachi boy. Try to understand my position, eh? For my sake? You managed to survive that disaster 5 years ago. Some would call it a miracle even. It wouldn't do to see that miracle go to waste, would it? Maybe I flew off the handle a bit earlier. Ended up coming off a bit stronger than I meant to. I can't tell you anything about your mother. But believe me when I say it's best you let sleeping dogs lie.
Is this about how Yuza's mom caused the curse of the raging waves or whatever?
So you already know. Heard it all from Shinobu, I'll wager. Do you believe in the curse, Miss Chia? Of course I do. At the very least, I know it's not some old wives' tale. I'm not saying you have to believe it too, though. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to talk bad about the woman or anything, but there was obviously something up with Mari Minakuchi 5 years back. She always seemed anxious and on edge, and then the disaster struck. Might be I'm just reading too much into it, but I can't shake these doubts of mine either. I said it before and I'll say it again. No diving! My stance there hasn't changed a bit, you hear me? Damn, I guess that's that. By the by, where'd you go diving today? Well... Yuza wanted a particular spot, so we went about 5 kilometers south of the island. Say what? What were you thinking, diving into the southern sea of all places? You've got even less sense than I thought. You know full well that everyone avoids that area because of the disaster 5 years ago. Yeah, I know. But Azami and I both lost family in the disaster too. We wanted to take the chance to pay our respects. Well, I can't say I don't get how you feel. But that strange rumbling I told you about is coming from the south. Just do me a favor and stay away from the sea, alright? Alright. Oh, I almost forgot to ask. Have the 2 foreign tourists come by here at all? Sure did! Saw them just now, actually. What? Do you know where they went? Looks like they were headed to the lighthouse from what I could tell. The lighthouse. The lighthouse, huh? Gotcha. Well, now we know where we're going. You think that's about open as well? I do. I'm well aware just how dangerous the sea can be. But 2 divers getting caught up in accidents and gone missing one after another. That tells me there's something off with the sea itself. We all done here? You two should leave dealing with island matters to Shinobu from now on. Keep your heads down and stay out of trouble, you hear? Yeah. Well, that was something. She isn't a bad person at heart, but she sure is stubborn. Yeah. Yeah, that was my take on this one. Oh, well. How convenient. Oh, looks like we found them. That looks like them, alright. Excuse me. You rang? Do my eyes deceive me? These young islanders have come all the way here to talk to us? Well, welcome to Kamishima Lighthouse. There's not much here, but please make yourselves at home. He looks like Mats Mikkelsen with a beard. Thanks for having us? Why is he the one welcoming us? It's because most people here have been avoiding him. He's excited someone finally wants to talk. Oh. Anyway, we were wondering if you could spare a moment to talk. Wait. Before you do, shall we play a game? I want to guess why you've come to talk to us. Wait, how do I do a Scottish accent? Scottish accent. Oi, lad. Your stick's not touching the ground, man. Actually, never mind. Actually, yeah, let's try it. Let's try that. May I? There's no indication that he has one, though. Sure. Let's just do a standard British. It's probably safe to assume you know we've been making the rounds here asking questions. Indeed, it was most likely hearing such news that incited you to come all the way up here to meet us. Which means... I've got it. We've almost certainly done something to offend the good people of this island. Committed some man of ill manner faux pas. You must have come to tell us that the lighthouse is off limits to everyone except authorized personnel.
actually, no. The bitter taste of failure. And thus does my stint as aspiring detective end in ignominy. I'd say the whole show was kind of a social faux pas, at least. Bro just called him cringe. That was kind of cringe, dude.
Don't you worry, he's always like this. He'll bounce back in no time.
I see. You must be pretty resilient. Since you didn't guess right, do you mind if I continue? Oh, asking my permission, are we? Well then, by all means, permission granted. Thank you. Yes, my name is Arnav Barnum. You can call me Avi as a sign of a newfound friendship, and also because I like it better. Okay then, Avi. Such a pleasing ring to it. And what can I do for you, young man? Would this girl be your daughter? Not quite. Miss Cersei Lunalight here is a distant relative of mine.
Yes, Miss Cersei Lunalight would be me. Nice to meet you.
I'm Yuzo Minakuchi, a resident of Kamishima, and this is Azami Kumoi. Nice to meet you. Yuzo and Azami, eh? The pleasure's mine. Wait. Minakuchi. Oh, so we've piqued your interest, have we? I'm a fantasy writer by trade, with a reach spanning the Atlantic, from bonny England to vast America.
Not that any of his books sell at all.
That's right. For some reason, no one buys my novels. Quite the mystery, no? Alas, a fantasy writer has no need for mysteries. What's that? Sorry, I just heard the ice cream truck. So loud. What's that? I earn more as an occult writer, so that might as well be my main job now. Humbug, I say! Stick a sock in it and mind your own beeswax! I see. In any case, I'm just your average free spirit. Footloose, fancy-free, and all that. What's that? You're wondering if my bohemian nature is the reason I remain unattached and unnude. Unwed. Humbug, I say! Stick a sock in it and mind your own beeswax! You seem to be enjoying yourself. I am indeed. Why not give it a try yourself? 1, 2, 3. Humbug, I say! Nah, I'm good, actually. Thanks. Impressive as it is, I concede doing this pose 3 times might have been a bit much, yes. This guy's a character. This guy sure is hard to keep up with. At any rate, I recently found myself with a pressing need to visit your fair country for research. Fortunately, young Cersei here just happened to be studying in Japan, and kindly agreed to accompany me as my guide. Your guide? Indeed. She's quite the enthusiast when it comes to Japanese folklore and occult phenomena, and such a pleasure to converse with as well.
Ise Shima is a deeply spiritual region, full of sacred places I've always wanted to visit. We've traveled around the mainland before coming here, but this place stands out above and beyond. My nose almost started bleeding from the exhilaration. In fact, I think it did a bit.
You must have really been excited, huh? Is it really that special compared to other places?
Of course! It wasn't called the land whither repair the waves from the eternal world for nothing, you know.
The land whither what?
What's this? You've never heard it called that? It said that Yamato Hime no Mikoto, the Empress of ancient Japan, was searching for a suitable place to enshrine Amaterasu 2,000 years ago. She received a divine revelation that the waves around Ise province came from the eternal world, which led her to establish the Ise Grand Shrine. This eternal world is a separate realm from the world in which we live. Some describe it as a perpetual paradise.
Whoa, you're gonna have to slow down there a bit. So, what does that mean exactly? We've learned about it in our local history classes, remember? Oh, yeah, I think I remember. Sorta. Basically, East is such a sacred place. Even the ancient gods took a liking to it, right?
Exactly. It has such an enchanting vibe. Just being here is enough to have my nose gushing all day long.
But the residents wouldn't be feeling too hot if our noses kept bleeding all the time. One thing's for sure, though. You seem to be really liking Isashima. As a local, I'm super happy to hear that. Will you be staying on Kamishima tonight? If you need somewhere to stay, I know a few places.
Oh, we've actually already booked a guest house back on the mainland. We'll be taking the last ferry back after this.
Oh, I guess you don't have much time left then, huh? So, what brings you to Kamishima today? I'm glad you asked, young user. We were hoping to pick your brains on the topic as well. There wouldn't happen to be any legends concerning mermaids passed down on this island, would there? So you really are looking for mermaids? Oh, indeed we are. You know what mermaids are, yes? I refer, of course, to the mythical half-human, half-fish creature. Sure, we know that much at least. Then I may be able to provide a modicum of additional information on the subject. Additional information? Well, you may be aware that the typical Western mermaid is envisioned as having the lower half of a fish and the top half of a human woman. It's thought that this interpretation has its origins in another sea monster, the sirens of Greek mythology. Their claim to fame is surfacing near reefs and bewitching sailors with their beautiful voices. Andersen's fairy tale, The Little Mermaid, is a famous example of this type of mermaid. Indeed, it caused this image to enter common knowledge. Yeah, that's what comes to mind when I think of mermaids too. A typical mermaid, right? But the mermaid that appears in ancient Japanese folklore is quite different. This mermaid has only the head of a human, with the rest of its body being a fish. It appears it was seen more as an evil spirit or a yokai in nature. Legend that eating its flesh will grant immortality also implies that it was seen as more fish than human. Sure, that makes sense. People would definitely think twice about eating something that looks human, huh? This isn't to say there's a difference in Eastern and Western interpretations of mermaids, mind you. One could rather assume that there are several different types of creature that can be encompassed by the term mermaid. After all, there were also reports of more humanoid or demi-human mermaids being sighted in Japan in later years. Different types of mermaids, huh? Personally, I think lumping the two under the same appellation is a mistake. After all, they're two different creatures that just happen to share the same trait of being half fish, half human. It leads to misunderstandings when conflicting stories get passed down, and the whole concept gets treated as an occult malarkey. I think I see what you mean. Listening to you talk about them, it sounds like you believe mermaids really exist, Avi. But of course I do. After all, I didn't come to research mermaids. I came to look for mermaids. Bum, bum, bum! This is all very compelling. Isn't it? I think this is the first time someone's agreed with me on the matter. And that brings me to my next question. You wouldn't happen to have any local info on mermaids, would you? Unfortunately, I've never heard of any folklore about mermaids here. I see. That would align with the answers we've received to our other inquiries thus far. And it would seem our investigation has branded us as certified weirdos. Most everyone now turns us a blind eye as well as a deaf ear. A deaf ear, I mean. Well, it's probably not just because of that. I mean, Isn't there supposed to be some huge occult craze going on in Japan right now? I assumed everyone would be jumping at the chance to discuss cryptids. Pretty sure that's just a small group of enthusiasts getting worked up. A very vocal minority, yeah? If you're that interested in the occult, what brought you all the way to Kamishima? Do you have a reason to believe mermaids could be found here? An excellent question. I do indeed. More precisely, I had reason to believe they could be found around Taishima, an island that no longer exists. Taishima? Indeed. I obtained this information through personal research, so I imagine it's not common knowledge. But some say there were 3 mermaids, Sobae, Nagame, and Hayase, living in the seas around Taishima 400 or so years ago. 3 of them? And you even know their names? We didn't even know Taishima existed until today. It seems a deliberate decision was made not to leave any records of Taishima's existence, which would obviously lead one to believe something is being concealed. On that note, did you know that records remain of several other sightings of mermaids in Ise Bay? What? Really?
That's right. Legends about mermaids exist throughout Japan, and this region is no exception. In particular, there are reports of mermaids having been discovered in Sioux City and Ise City, both of which border Ise Bay.
Whoa, I had no idea.
I've jotted down some notes on these legends, so please take a look if you're interested.
Thanks. This is all very interesting. So, which type of mermaid are you looking for, Avi? Well, it seems a lot of the mermaid sightings around Ise Bay were fish mermaids. Fish mermaids? But the mermaids sighted around Taishima were apparently the human mermaid sort. So it stands to reason that any mermaids around here will be human mermaids as well. By human mermaids, you mean the sort that are closer to humans than fish, right? Indeed. The ones closer to fish, meanwhile, are known as fish mermaids. Well, that's what I call them anyway. I see. I don't know whether that makes it easier to understand or more complicated. In that case, mermaids whose flesh would make you immortal if you eat it would have to be fish mermaids then, right? Another fine question! It is indeed difficult to imagine people eating the flesh of human mermaids. But I personally believe that human mermaids also have the power to bestow immortality on people. Oh! I wonder. How about another refresher on myth and legend? Are either of you familiar with a place called Ryugu? Ryugu? Is it related to the Ryugu Palace that appears in the tale of Urashima Taro? Just so! So, Destiny! It could well be considered the inspiration for the undersea palace in that familiar fairy tale. Whoa, I was right? The Ryu, dragon, surely refers to the god of the sea. It's not uncommon for deities associated with water to be serpentine in nature. The serpentine creatures are, as you can probably imagine, like a dragon. This would then make Ryugu the palace where the god of the sea resides. The palace of the Dragon King. I had no idea Ryugu Palace was based on something else. Ryugu is known for being home to the priestesses who attend the god of the sea. These women are collectively referred to as Otohime. Oh yeah, Princess Otohime appeared in the tale of Urashima Taro, didn't she? Yeah, but she was described as the ruler of Ryugu Palace in the fairy tale. So she was actually a priestess? A slight embellishment to make for a more interesting story, I assume. Hardly uncommon. There's also another interesting theory about the Otohime of Ryugu. It's said that they were half-fish, half-human women in appearance. In other words, they were mermaids. Oh! What's that I hear you say? That's all well and good, but where's this Ryugu Palace anyway? You want to know? You're dying to know, aren't you? Very well then, take it away, Sussy.
All right. As a matter of fact, Ryugu is said to be the exact same place as the eternal world I mentioned earlier.
Whoa, really?
In other words, the sea around Issei, which is said to consist of waves from the eternal world, is in fact the location of Ryugu. And Ryugu is home to the Otohime mermaids, right? That's right. What's more, as priestesses who live in the land said to be an eternal paradise.
And I realize you need a treatment. What's up, CC? How you been?
It wouldn't be that odd if they had some sort of power to grant immortality to humans. Even in the tale of Urashimataru, Princess Otohime displayed an ability to influence the physical age of other people using the Tamate Bako. If a story has its basis in its ability of mermaids to influence human lifespans, that power of hers makes a lot more sense, don't you think?
I see.
So that's why you think human mermaids are able to grant immortality even without eating their flesh.
You see, intriguing, is it not?
But how would you even get to Ryugu?
Aha! What creature was responsible for bringing Urashimataru to Ryugu in the eponymous tale? That's right! A turtle, or kame! And what is the name of the island we're currently standing upon?
Oh! Kamishima!
And there you have the reason for our visit.
So you believe there might be some clue as to how to get to Ryugu hidden on Kamishima? Did Kamishima really have some sort of link to Ryugu?
By the way, Yuza,
Yes?
you said your name was Yuza Minakuchi, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Are you familiar with an individual by the name of Mari Minakuchi?
Huh? Mari Minakuchi was my mom. She passed away in an incident 5 years ago.
Ugh, I apologize for the indiscretion. My condolences. 5 years ago. You wouldn't happen to have inherited anything from your mother, would you?
No, but what do you mean? Why do you know about my mom? Could she have had some sort of connection to mermaids?
Oh, well, this is more related to my personal research, so I can't say for sure.
Please, tell me! I'm also looking for mermaids. If you know anything, I have to know!
Well, now, you've certainly grown lively all of a sudden. Let's calm down a bit, Regrettably, the only lead I have is a rumor that suggests some connection between mermaids and Mari Minakuchi.
A rumor? From where?
Oh, you want to know? Well, I suppose you would, wouldn't you? Very well. I'll tell you. I heard from a descendant of the islanders who used to call Taishima home.
What? Someone survived the disaster that sunk Taishima? And their descendants are still around today?
Long story short, yes. Isn't it fascinating? This particular individual was also the one who told me about the 3 mermaids who were said to have lived on Taishima.
I see.
By the by, if you're also seeking mermaids, you must have some information of your own, yes? Surely this one-sided exchange of knowledge wounds your good conscience. Allow me to remedy that by accepting any information you have.
Yuza. Yeah, this is our best lead yet. Let's share what information we can. You see...
Oh, so you were saved by a mermaid during the disaster 5 years ago. And you believe the mermaid in question might have been your mother.
Yeah, I know it sounds pretty far-fetched. I know some of it probably comes from me wanting her to still be alive.
Oh no, on the contrary, I find it very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Why, you ask?
Why?
There's a rumor about one of the 3 mermaids who used to live around Taishima. They say she took on human form several decades ago and have lived among humans ever since.
What? No way! That will fit perfectly with our theory.
Ha 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 ha! Color me surprised as well! This is my surprised face, by the way. You're not seeing it because the camera's not. Anyways, but it would be very interesting if that was the case.
Sorry, Avi. I think I'm at my limit.
Oh my. That bad, is it? Is something wrong? My apologies. As much as I wish we could talk more, it would appear we're out of time. I'm afraid we must bid you goodbye for today.
Now that you mention it, if you're looking to make the last ferry, you'll probably want to be heading back soon. Wait! This is the most promising lead we've found. If you could stay just a bit longer.
Believe me, I would love to continue our chat too. But the little lady's been feeling a bit under the weather ever since arriving here, you see?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You're not going to get another nosebleed. If you're feeling that bad, maybe you should stay for the night after all. Thank you. I'm just about holding the nosebleed in. But I really should get off the island as soon as possible. Ever since arriving here, I've had this feeling that some terrible calamity is approaching.
A calamity?
You can't mean...
Ah, I forgot to mention, young Cersei here is a bit sensitive to things in that sphere, if you catch my drift.
Oh, okay, but...
As reluctant as I am to part ways, we must really go. Many thanks for the information you shared. And never fear, we'll be back tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
You, sir.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Avi!
You rang?
If you happen to find any more leads on mermaids today, could you let me know as soon as possible? Please.
Oh, I didn't expect you all to be that interested. Very well. If I hear anything else, I'll be sure to let you know. If you could give me your contact information, perhaps?
Thank you. Man, that was a stroke of good luck. I never thought they'd have so much info for us. We managed to learn a lot, but it seems like getting any more from them today will be a bit tough. I really need that information by tomorrow, though. I feel like this is a good stopping point. A lot's going to be revealed tomorrow, so I hope you guys stay tuned, because we're going to continue this tomorrow. Ideally, I do plan on continuing earlier. I did not like having to stream this late today, but alas, sometimes life happens. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves, and peace.